Hey, welcome back to The Upload. This is Rob Balasabas. This is a show where we unpack what's really working for creators, building sustainable businesses, and not just viral ones. And today I want to talk about pricing, specifically how much you should be charging for your membership. If you are running a membership, if you're thinking of launching a membership, if you had a membership and thinking of, kind of coming back to it again, let me know. Shoot me a DM on LinkedIn or Instagram or send me an email. My email should be in the show notes and let's talk about it. There's a stat that we've been seeing across the board here at Uscreen that the average membership price is about $14 per month. So it's not $5, it's not $50, $14 to be specific. And again, this is an average, okay? There are folks that are charging more, folks that are charging less. So if you're a creator listening to this, you might be thinking, is that all I can charge? Is $14 it? Is that the ceiling? Or maybe you're thinking, am I overcharging? I'm charging more. Am I charging too much if I ask for more? So I want to stop you right there. Again, this is an average because while $14 is the average, there's creators charging way, way more. One of them is the Short Game Chef, which is a golf creator. You can look him up, shortgamechef.com. Parker McLaughlin is the name of the golf instructor. He's a PGA coach, does really well. And their membership, guess how much you're charging, is $99 per month. That's $99 per month, $99 US per month. And also, guess what? They're thriving. They're growing every single month. They're doing really well. And so let's break this down. Membership pricing is not about guessing what people will pay, right? We want to take as many guessing and, sort of shooting in the dark kind of decisions. We want to make database decisions as a business, right? That's what you want to be as a business owner, as anyone that is running any kind of business, even if it's your job, right? It's really, what about it really feels right for your audience and the value that you're delivering inside of the membership. So let's talk about 3 truths that we've seen here at Uscreen from top performing creators that are running memberships. The first one is that real value wins every single time. Real value wins every single time. Your audience isn't paying for more videos. They can get that from YouTube, right? They can get that from Instagram Reels, TikTok, right? They can get more videos. What they're really paying for is results. Okay, so transformation, access, community, consistency, right? Transformation, access, community, and consistency. The Short Game Chef, for example, isn't just giving swing tips, right? It's not just teaching how to swing, right? He's giving access to a system, coaching, drills, and feedback. This is really important. Feedback. It's not just a one-way thing, right? He's giving feedback. He's allowing his members to share their swings, their pictures of their swings, videos of their swings, and he's giving them feedback, right? Tools that actually improve someone's golf game, right? And so at $99 per month, it's not just content, it's progress that they're paying for. And here's the key takeaway from this first tip is that if someone believes that what you're offering will make them better, faster, healthier, richer, smarter, or happier, then the price becomes secondary, okay? Second, memberships are trust signals, okay? So if you think about it, when someone pays you monthly, they're not just supporting you, they're investing in a relationship and they're saying, I trust you to keep showing up. I trust you to keep showing up. That's really powerful. Especially nowadays, there's so many content creators, there's so many channels. If they're investing in a membership monthly, right, they're investing in that relationship. They're saying, I trust you to keep showing up. We've seen this time and time again. The most successful memberships are the ones where the creators treat it like a two-way relationship. It's not just, hey, I'm going to drop some videos here and there and then disappear, right? Engaged members don't just consume, they participate and they show up in the comments, in the community threads, they show up in the live calls and the Ask Me Anything members only live streams. And here's the wild thing, those members, they don't churn as easily. They're staying around for a longer time because they feel seen and they feel like they belong, okay? And then number 3, you're not selling to everyone. Remember this. This is very, very important. If you have a YouTube channel or an Instagram account and you're going to think that, hey, I'm going to launch a membership and everyone from those channels are going to join my membership and pay me each month, then the expectation is really, really wrong, right? you're not going to be selling to everyone. You're selling to maybe the top 5% most engaged followers from your social channels, from your email list, from your public audience. Okay. This is still very big. Your membership isn't for all your followers, right? It's for your super fans, right? The top 5% who actually want more. More what? More depth, more access, more transformation. And they're not comparing your membership to Netflix. They're comparing it to the value they get from you. Okay. So a lot of the conversations around memberships and how do you price, people use some type of benchmark, which is Netflix, right? They're not comparing it to Netflix, believe it or not. They're comparing it to the value that they're getting from you. So if you've got a few hundred people on your list or a few thousand followers, don't get discouraged. You don't need mass adoption. You need alignment. And so here's some really quick thought experiment. If 100 people paid you $30 a month, that's $3,000 per month in recurring revenue, meaning every single month they're going to be paying you. And guess what? That's $36,000 per year from a small committed slice of your audience. And so what's the right price for you? It really depends. Okay. The answer there is that it really depends. And that's not to sidestep the question. Here's a few quick tips to find your sweet spot when it comes to pricing. First, look at what your audience is already paying for in your niche. Okay, there's going to be comparables out there, most likely. If there's not, and you're finding it hard to find a comparable, reach out to me. I bet you I can help you find some comparables out there, okay, for your audience. Test the number two tip when it comes to finding your sweet spot when it comes to pricing is to test different pricing tiers. Pricing levels, test different pricing tiers or levels, even if it's just in conversation. When you talk to somebody that's, following your content, maybe you're doing a live stream on Instagram or YouTube, feel free to have conversations around different pricing tiers. Hey, what do you think would be a ideal price for this type of membership where I'm offering X, Y, and Z? Okay. Test them even in conversations, or you can even do a survey if you want to get really, really, formal with it. You can send a survey to your email list or do a survey on Instagram on Instagram stories, right? There's different ways to test different pricing tiers. Okay, remove any question marks. Remove any sort of guessing when it comes to pricing as much as you can. Okay, and the best way to do that is to ask your audience. Okay. You want to anchor your pricing around outcomes, not content volume. Very important. You want to anchor your pricing around the outcome of your membership, whatever your membership will accomplish, and not on content volume. Okay? If you do it on content volume, you're going to lose every time because there's endless amounts of content out there. But if you do it around outcomes, it's going to be really hard to compete with your pricing. Okay? Outcomes, not volume. And most importantly, listen to your members. They'll tell you exactly when it's too high or too low, okay? They'll tell you exactly when your pricing is way too high or way too low, okay? That's the most engaged segment of your audience are your paying members, okay? So as you start building your membership and you're, receiving and people are signing up, start that conversation, right? Do a quarterly survey, right? Touch base on your pricing. Is it too high? Is it too low? What do you think? Are you getting enough value? Not enough value? Too much value, right? And you want to have that conversation regularly. Okay, so here's the takeaways for today. First, whether it's $14 or $99 per month, people join when it feels right. Okay, it's not really super science, right? It's art and science, a little bit of both. Okay, you don't get there by guessing. You build that trust over time. One piece of content, one conversation, one win at a time. Okay, next. That's all for today's upload. That's really it. That's the main takeaway that I want you to take with you today. Okay, so if you enjoyed this episode or if it sparked some type of pricing idea, or maybe more questions, I'd love to hear about it. Tag me on LinkedIn or Instagram, or shoot me a DM on either of those platforms. And hey, if you're thinking about launching your own membership or you want help pricing it right, check out what we're doing at Uscreen. Head over to uscreen.tv. There's so many resources there. We've got creators of every size turning their content into communities and subscription businesses, and we'd love to help you as well. All right. So I will talk to you soon. Again, this is Rob Balasabas at The Upload. I hope you like the name of the podcast. It's been the Upload for a few months now, but still takes a little while to get used to. But I hope you're enjoying the podcast so far. Would love to hear from you, and just let me know that you're listening. Always really cool to hear where people are tuning in from. God bless you guys, and I will talk to you at the next episode. Take care.